I'm followed to Keemstar on Twitter. Up until just a few months ago, I used to be able to defend this by saying, well, I know Drama Alert is a garbage YouTube channel, but at the very least, Keemstar's Twitter is entertaining because he starts controversy after controversy and makes people mad, and it's admittedly kind of fun to read through, but I find as time goes by, it's harder and harder to justify me still being followed to him because overall Keemstar is a scumbag of a human being, and it's hard to put up with a lot of the garbage that he spews that is on my Twitter feed, but whatever. If I weren't followed to him, I wouldn't have known that he's been teasing an upcoming interview that he conducted with another scumbag on the internet, Onision. And I have to say, it is so refreshing that Onision is finally getting a fair shot because he totally never had any other opportunities in the past to be interviewed and potentially clear his name and provide evidence to completely debunk all of the allegations that have been sent his way in recent months. That has never happened. Onision is just another victim of cancel culture, another victim of multiple YouTubers dogpiling on him constantly because they want views. Yeah, no. Onision has had plenty of opportunities in the past to clear his name, with actual reputable journalists like Chris Hansen, and Keemstar has been saying recently on his Twitter that Onision has never gotten a fair shot. Onision has never gotten an opportunity to defend himself when that is just simply not true. So many people on Twitter are calling him out right now for platforming Onision and letting him quote unquote defend himself. Keem, the only reason Onision is going on your channel is because he knows he has more wiggle room to spew his long-since debunked bullshit. Because I'm sure he knows that you yourself have admitted that you don't keep up with the Onision drama. You hate the anti-Onision community because for whatever reason you think they are untrustworthy, when in reality they're filled with people who have been keeping up with Onision's antics for years, who have mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence against Onision, incriminating him, basically proving that Onision is in fact innocent. But no, Onision is just some misunderstood guy who never got an opportunity to defend himself. Again, Chris Hansen has presented Onision with opportunities to be interviewed and potentially clear his name, but Onision never took those opportunities because he knows that Chris Hansen would call him out the minute he hears any bullshit come out of Onision's mouth. Not to mention that there have been multiple news sources that have sought out for comment from Onision and potentially conduct an interview with Onision, but they all say the same thing. Onision only said, oh, I want like $300,000 from you in order for me to sit down and participate in an interview with you. The guy is scared of talking to actual journalists who aren't people who sit in a chair with popcorn who talk about the latest Jake Paul and Logan Paul boxing matches because he knows that they'll ask him some actual hard questions. They will challenge him the minute they hear anything that is remotely false. So after the guy pissed away opportunity after opportunity to defend himself and potentially clear his name, why should we exactly give him a fair shot now? Why should we be like, Onision really does deserve a platform to defend himself when he already has a fucking platform to defend himself? He has multiple channels with millions of subscribers, and if he had any substantial evidence proving any of these claims wrong, he would have done that already. Remember the Pro Jared situation? He had actual evidence to back up that a lot of these claims lobbied against him have been either flat out false or just highly exaggerated or manipulated in order to make Jared seem a lot worse than he really is. Onision has no such evidence because he is guilty as fuck with pretty much everything that people have claimed he has done. Again, if he had any substantial evidence, he would have come out with said evidence already and cleared his name, but he has nothing. So he just fucking cowers in fear away from people who will actually willingly conduct interviews with him, who will actually challenge him if they have any objections to anything he's saying, and is only going on your show because he knows that you would probably be softer with him compared to other people who have been willing to interview him. I listened to one of the clips that Keemstar posted on his Twitter from this interview, and Onision was literally saying the same old tired, there were no underage girls on my forums posting risque photos, and if there were, I didn't know anything about that because there's an age restriction on my forums. My forums, the rules on my forums make perfectly clear that you have to be 18 or older to post on onto them. When there have been multiple videos on Onision's channel where Onision is like, oh, this girl in this bikini is 14. This girl in her underwear is 13. This girl who looks hot is actually 15. Oh my god, I thought they were like 22 years old. Holy shit, this is crazy. Like, it takes like a fucking 2-minute Google, not even 2 minutes, 2-second Google search to find these clips of Onision saying this on his videos. So why exactly does a person like this deserve a platform to defend themselves when they have so much evidence against them and they're pretty much a child groomer? I don't understand the logic there. I don't understand why someone like that should exactly have a platform to defend themselves. Again, it's not like any of this hate against him is unfounded or exaggerated by any means. He is legitimately a scumbag human being who should not be allowed any opportunity to defend himself because of all the damning evidence against them. And plus, I'm sure a big part of the reason why he chose your channel of all places to conduct an interview on is because he knows your audience is made up of a lot of impressionable kids who can't exactly process the severity of the situation and will be like, oh, this Onision guy, he seems innocent. And they probably don't even know much about the situation anyway, so they won't question much. But anyways, who knows? Maybe Keemstar will surprise all of us, and maybe this will be a very, very damning interview for Onision. Well, it'll be a damning interview anyway, because of all the bullshit he'll probably be spewing in this interview. But maybe Keemstar will actually put him on blast for some things. I don't know. I can't predict the future. Keemstar is supposedly taking around 8 days or so to edit this for whatever reason. Yeah, I wonder what he's editing out. But whatever. Anyways, I hope that this interview will genuinely surprise me. It probably won't, but who knows? Who knows? But irregardless of whether this will be a good interview or not, I know one thing that I'll never change my mind on regardless. Predators don't deserve platforms, and predators don't deserve quote-unquote fair shots to defend themselves. For years on end, Onision abused and then subsequently demonized women who eventually broke it off with him publicly online and sent his fan base after them, and they weren't given fair shots at all. And Onision is finally getting his just desserts, and I love it so much. And by the way, I know you might be thinking, but I thought you didn't like all the people giving Onision attention. After the whole incident with his child falling out of a window and then him, instead of his first instinct being to protect his child and call the ambulance, he decided to film his child laying on the ground and then film the window that she fell out of in order to protect his own ass, to say, see, I'm not at fault at all. After that, I'm like, fuck it, let him get all the hate, let him get all this scrutiny online, because he deserves nothing better. And there's yet another thing I changed my tune on. Anyway, Onision could burn in hell for all I care. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.